All right, so today we're diving into the art world, right? And there's this artist, I bet you've seen their work online, Mojo Yates.
Oh, yeah.
Super interesting, right? Their stuff has been kind of blowing up online lately. It's really caught my eye. So I thought, let's do a deep dive. Like, who is Mojo Yates and what's behind this buzz?
Yeah, it's a good time for a deep dive on this one because Mojo Yates is definitely on the rise.
For sure.
And it's interesting because it doesn't feel like just, hype or market trends. There's a real, growing interest in what they're doing.
Right. Like, it feels like it's sparking something in people.
Y-
Okay, so I was checking out their X bio, and it's pretty interesting, right? Based in Hamburg, Germany. They've been active since July 2022.
Okay.
Okay. But they describe themselves with this word, unverbesserlich.
Mhm.
I was like, okay, I kind of get it, but what does that make you think of?
Unverbesserlich. I love that word.
Right.
It's like charmingly stubborn.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this refusal to be anything other than yourself. And, especially in the art world where there's so much pressure to kind of fit in or follow the trends,
Totally.
that's a powerful statement.
100%.
It suggests an artist who's very sure of their own vision and they're not afraid to just be themselves.
Exactly. And you know what else I noticed? There's this other little line in their bio. No Discord, no scammers.
Right.
And I'm like, that's kind of very, very current, right?
All right.
Like, what do you make of Mojo Yates kind of putting that out there?
Yeah, well, I think it's savvy, honestly, because the reality is, with especially NFT art and things online, there are scams.
Yeah.
There are impersonators all the time. And I think by kind of putting that out there directly, Mojo Yates is doing a few things, right? Like establishing trust.
Absolutely.
They're protecting their work, but they're also protecting their audience.
Right.
Because those scams,
Oh, they can be bad.
they prey on people who, are just excited about the art and want to support the artist. So I think it's really smart. It's a small detail, but speaks volumes, Yeah.
It totally does. It's like creating that direct line to the people who are genuinely connecting with their art.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of their art, there's this link, right, to their OpenSea in your bio. So, of course, I had to go check it out.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, first of all, very vibrant, often surreal.
Yeah.
Like their use of color is just incredible.
Yes.
What about their style stands out to you?
What's interesting is, like you said, otherworldly.
Right.
And it's that unverbesserlich, coming through in the art itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's even if surrealism isn't your thing, which is totally fine, not for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
But you look at a Mojo Yates piece and it's Mojo Yates. It's so distinct.
Right.
And it sticks with you. There's this one piece, I think it's on their OpenSea, with this giant translucent hand emerging from this pool of neon. And it's both kind of unsettling, but also weirdly beautiful. I don't know. It's just cool.
Right. It's memorable.
Yeah, you remember it?
So we've got this really savvy artist, very distinct style, huge emphasis on authenticity. And I think this commitment to connecting with their audience directly it's really interesting because it's almost like they're sidestepping the, traditional gatekeepers of the art world.
Right.
It makes you wonder, is this the future? What are your final thoughts on this whole thing?
Well, it's an interesting question, right? Is this direct approach the future of art marketing and how artists get their work out there? Or is it just a phase? Does it actually empower artists more? Or does it present new challenges? I mean, I don't know the answer. I think that's something, for everyone listening to think about. But it's cool that Mojo Yates is making us at least consider it.
Yeah, absolutely.